What's up, guys? It's Imperial Impact here, and we're back here with another creepypasta today. And I'm gonna give my credit to my friend, the narrator. His link will be in the description. He's really good at creepypasta since I don't do them so often. And yeah, he kind of told me to do this one. It would be a great choice. So yeah, I thought I would do it. So let's get right into it. Alright, now bear with me as I try to unravel the miscellaneous thoughts that are going through my head right now. So my older brother, friend, and I were out around 2 a.m. last night on yet another Pokemon adventure. We live in a small town area with several Pokestops and gyms everywhere, and a large percentage of our town's population plays the game. As we were walking through the town, we met up randomly with a bunch of old friends from high school who tell us crazy it is about up on a local cemetery. They say there are several Pokestops and 3 to 4 gyms, all within a mile radius. My friends, my brother, and I decided that we were going to check that out, but all the people we had just met up with had to stop at their house to recharge their phones for a while. The 3 of us ended up taking the trip by ourselves as we were talking and taking a 2-mile walk out to the cemetery. We noticed that one of the gyms was being taken over. Now, in mind, the cemetery is at the very top of the hill with only one path for entering and leaving. We figured as we walked up the path, we would most definitely walk by the people who had just taken over the gym. As we finally reached the entrance to the cemetery, it is completely pitch black, so my friends and I, we turned on the flashlight on his iPhone so we can see. We see nothing far, so we decided to keep walking up the path, maybe walk by them in the future into the cemetery. We stop at the gym that had just been taken over, but it looked different. It was a level 2 gym with no specific color assigned to it, and no trainer names associated with the Spearow and the Rhyhorn that were placed in the gym. We all agreed that this was probably just a server issue, but we couldn't help ourselves but to feel a little uneasy as we stood still, shining the flashlight between us every so often. There was definitely a sense that someone or something was around us, and I could tell that my brother and his friend wanted to just try to get the gym and get the hell out of here. As we tap on the gym to attempt and battle the CP-103 Spearow, it didn't even last a couple seconds against our CP-900 Pokemon. We then reached a Rhyhorn, a respected CP of 1002. As we were tapping away at our phones, dodging attacks using special abilities, we all of a sudden got kicked out of the gym. The Rhyhorn was only about half health, but all 3 of our phones were brought back to the map screen. We all were turning, looking at each other in our phones in complete silence as we were speechless. Next thing you know, all of our phones start vibrating at the same time, but not a single Pokemon is nearby, or any of our devices. We look up for a couple seconds to our surroundings to check them, to be exact, for probably the 30th time since we've been up there. And then at the map, at this point, all of our phones freeze and we could feel the wind moving much faster all around us. This is when we decided we were going to run and never look back. We bolted all the way back to my house without stopping for anything. As we discussed what happened, my friend and I swore we saw something moving by the tree near the gym. All I know is I will never be visiting that cemetery in a long, long time. I have no idea what actually went down, but it definitely felt like something more eerie than actually anything I've ever seen, and way more different than just a simple server issue.